debate. Turner debate is a type of media argumentation, and it places high emphasis on the speaker's ethos, the speaker's credibility. So I recommend the debaters consider some of the following. Judges make the decisions on whether or not they trust you. So promote that trust through preparation, persuasive speaking. Credibility will flow from that manner of how you conduct yourself and how you construct your arguments. Debaters are going to have to show a genuine, caring, and understanding for the welfare of the audience. Debaters must present clear and cogent arguments in a style that's easily remembered, and thus repetition, for example, may become a key structural tool in Turner debate. Because the media model shifts the role of rebuttals, debaters probably need to put more emphasis on the role of decision construction in the mind of the judge. I recommend the use of stories, examples. Those will help perform that task. Give the judge something to connect to, and try and map the argument out in the judge's mind. Now let's examine what many students and coaches have found to be the most exciting part of Ted Turner debate: crossfire and grand crossfire. The crossfire period establishes the uniqueness of Ted Turner debate. In the two-person crossfire, students should stand next to each other during the cross-examination, much like we do in policy debate or Lincoln-Douglas debate. In the grand crossfire, all participants should remain seated. Elements in crossfire and grand crossfire to consider are: first, the debaters have to form a clear idea of purpose in order to be effective in this period of the debate. Cross-examination in Ted Turner debate is much more like network news programs of informed yet mutually competitive voices. Judges will place a high deal of emphasis on success or failure during crossfire. Crossfire should be used to explore weaknesses in your opponent's position. Crossfire is a time to agree on where you want to disagree. Crossfire is a time to defend and strengthen your own arguments. Crossfire is not a shouting match. Debaters must remain calm and in control. John Durkee, in a recent Rostrum article, said it best when he said, "Occasionally we appreciate the sarcastic hothead. Most often we love the cool analyst." Debaters should focus on one good question and extend it. And debaters will never begin a crossfire without effective forethought and preparation. In the grand crossfire, all debaters need to be seated, but they need to be able to see the judge, the audience, and the camera. The Crossfire TV show on CNN is a great model to watch. The first question is asked to the team who just ended their summary by the team which had the first summary. After the first question and answer, any debater may question and answer at will. Be polite but firm. Be assertive but not arrogant. Keep questions and answers brief and your speaking style conversational. Don't interrupt or talk over another debater unless he or she is filibustering. Don't ever interrupt your partner. Have some kind of plan in mind. What admissions do you want to gain from your opponents? Which dilemmas do you want to pose to your opponents? Now, answering can be as important as questioning. Have brief retorts prepared for questions that you think might be asked in the course of the debate. Remember that silence is golden. If you trap your opponent in an unanswerable dilemma, let their silence or frantic babbling expose their weakness. Don't rush in with the next question. Relax. Don't rush it. If you can establish one or two major points, that's enough. Crossfire and grand crossfire are paramount times for you to advance your ethos, your credibility. Let's now examine the components of the last shot. The purpose of the last shot is to present one and only one argument that you believe wins the debate for your team. Judges will be instructed that if you present more than one argument, you're to be given a loss in that debate. Now, more than one piece of evidence, a quote, a fact, a statistic, a story may be presented. but only one argument. Ask yourself this question before your last shot. If I were judging this round, what would I be voting on right now? And once you decide the key voting issue, make that your focus.